The Tomo is the much-awaited collaboration from Monokei and TGR, who is one of the biggest names in keyboard design. This is a 75% keyboard and can be either top-mounted or O-ring mounted, which is starting to become a rarity nowadays on premium keyboards, with most going the gasket mount route. This is actually one of the reasons why I decided to finally purchase the Tomo. Lately, I have been preferring stiffer mounts, and a top mount board from TGR sounded like a good idea. Surprisingly, this build is all in stock. I really hate waiting for group buys, so I decided to just wait for extras for this keyboard, and I was quite lucky that stocks were available for quite a while. I bought this from Daily Clack, and the board costs around $650, including shipping and taxes, which stinks quite a bit, especially with the dollar being so expensive lately. At least the package that I got already had a Kaban case, which is really nice, and I do hope that more keyboard makers ship their boards in cases to make it easier to store. This is my second board from Monokei, the first being the Hidari, so I knew that the quality of the board will be good. For the price, I think they could have made the board a bit heavier, but the ano on the board looked great. Seeing the keyboard from the top, the design is actually quite simple, yet classic. The layout is basically your typical 65%, with the function row added as a separate row at the top, which is my favorite 75% layout. You get a replaceable badge over the right side to further accentuate the board. You have your typical box on a wedge design. Nothing exciting happening on the side profile, but to me, the back is the highlight for this keyboard. At the center is the Tomo logo etched into the sandblasted brass weight, surrounded by an aluminum silver backplate. I know that some don't really care for the back of the board, but for me, this is really a work of art. I really fell in love with the design of the backplate. For this build, I decided to go with broken-in, spring-swapped Cherry MX Blacks with the default PC plate. The JTK Illusion keycaps from Zion Studios was a really good pairing for the Royal Purple Tomo. Here is a quick sound test. As you can hear, there is a bit of hollowness on the board, especially on the mods, and there is also a bit of case ping. You will also hear that ping resonates sometimes when you plug the USB cable. I did try to build the Tomo as well with the included foams, but it didn't help that much with the hollowness. It's not that audible when typing on the disc, but at this price point and the names associated with the board, I was expecting it to sound really good. So having case ping and hollowness on the board was quite disappointing. The board weighs around 1.9 kilos when built, which is decent, but I had hoped it would be heavier. You can get the SE version for another $200 with the stainless steel backplate, which is a bit heavier, but I personally thought that it was a bit too much. Typing feel was stiff, which I really liked. Overall, I think the Tomo is a beautiful keyboard. The design is deceptively simple but elegant. I just hope that it sounded a bit better, but to me personally, it's not that big of an issue, though it may turn off people who prioritize keyboard sound. Yes, I know you can do mods to the keyboard, but personally, I prefer the least amount of modifications to my keyboards, and I think at this price point, that's a fair expectation. And that's it for this video. I'll leave you with a full sound test, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!